Welcome to video number 20. This is kind of part 3 of my grid view tutorial series, and I'm going to be talking about audio track warping in this particular video. I'm going to be concentrating on just that. So this is my track 4 and it's got this ooh. Now if I unsolo this, you can hear it's perfectly in time with the track because I obviously recorded it with the headphones on with the track running. Which is great, no problems there. This is not the same as working with a kind of random drum loop which isn't at the same tempo and you've got to sort of rejig things to make it work. This is simply an audio track, but I'm going to show you what you can do with that audio track on this grid page. I'll do a video about drum loops a bit later on down the road. With that select button selected, I'm going to press the sample and that brings up all these extra items down here. Now warp is on, and the warp function causes the audio to stay at the same pitch irrespective of the tempo of the project. It will stay in time and in pitch. Now it's running slower than the original, so you can see this is now a light green. If I make the tempo faster than the original, above 90, this is now light blue and it's still running perfectly. And if the tempo is the original tempo, which is 90, you'll see that the audio file is in red. As soon as we change that tempo, below like this it goes light green and above it goes light blue, and the same as the original, it's red. With this warp on, as long as the algorithm is set to super, there's 3 to choose from here. You've got Pro 10, Repitch and Super. For the moment I'm just going to stick with Super, which works fine for everything I'm going to need today, and we'll discuss those other options at a later date. With the warp switched on, as long as the Super algorithm is used, the audio will stay in time with the project and keep its original pitch. So let's run it and really slow it right down. That audio is still very good, isn't it? And let's speed it right up. Still sounds great, doesn't it? No glitching, no artifacts. Let's reset our tempo at 90. If for any reason you want to change the pitch of the audio, you can use the semi and the fine controls. So with semi pressed, I'm going to bring up the pitch by 2. Now listen. It's horrible because it's out of tune with the rest of the track. Can stop that because it sounds horrible. I can bring the fine tuning up and down by 99% of a semitone. So let's bring it up so you can hear it. Let's bring it up to say 70. Let's listen to this. It's horrible because it's sharp, but you get the idea. But where this is useful is, supposing I want to have my vocal an octave higher, go to semi, go to 12. It's a bit Mickey Mouse, but it's alright, isn't it? In tune and in time. Don't like that really, so I'm going to lose that. Now, supposing this first little part was out of tune. It isn't, but let's just pretend that it is. I'm going to press the scissor icon up there. I'm going to make sure Don't Snap is on. I'm going to click around here, like that. Now I've got 2 areas, this one and this one. So over here, I'm going to tune this one up by, I don't know, 50, so we can actually hear it. It's going to sound horrible because it's going to be out of tune. Now this section will be running at 50 on the fine, but 0 there. So this first little bit, just pretend it was flat, it will have been tuned up. So tuned up, not tuned up. And so just say for sake of argument, that first little ooh was out of tune, it was flat. I could have tuned just that little bit up. So this is a really useful function. But if you turn warp off, you can't do any of this, you see. Right, so you can reverse the sample as well if you like. Still plays in time, still plays in tune. Just get rid of that. Now when I recorded that ooh, that audio file there, the current project tempo was embedded in the sample file, so it always knows to play at the right speed. You've got to remember that these warp algorithms are very CPU intensive. They're very hard on the computer inside this machine, and it can result in audio dropouts during playback if you go too crazy with it. So, you know, be mindful of that. Change the odd audio file, you're part of an audio file here and there, and you'll be absolutely fine. Now yesterday I had a complete breakdown with the next thing I'm going to show you because it really burnt my brain. I've called it the audio BPM headache. So there's a BPM control here, you can see it's set to 90, the same as the tempo of the project. But you can experiment with this. This isn't particularly musical, but it's quite interesting, I guess. If I turn warp off, you lose that control, so you need warp on to be able to press this control here. Now if I lower this number, you'll see immediately the sample has turned light blue. It's going to play faster. It's going to be played over a shorter amount of time. If I go above 90, the colour will change to green, you see, and the sample will be played slower. Let's try and understand how this works. The tempo of the project is 90, so if you set a BPM for the audio track lower than this, let's say 60, like this, okay, it will shrink itself down like it has there to play faster to try to compensate for the fact it appears to be playing slower than the project. Now it will still play at the correct pitch, but you'll hear it's going to play much faster than the rest of the project. So I've mixed things so this stands out, you'll hear this a lot clearer. This is going to finish before the rest of the track. So you might be able to speed it up so it works, I don't know, let's see if we can. Make it half of 90, maybe that helps. It has lots of nasty artifacts there, but you can hear it is actually in time now, playing twice as fast. So let's go the other way. Let's go to twice 90, 180, and now this will run at half the speed. Okay, it's very wobbly, very nasty. I mean, the results you get from doing this are not musically pleasing, so it's probably best avoided, but I just thought it was quite interesting, so that's why I've explained it to you. Ordinarily, you're going to set this at 90, and now everything is fine. And you just speed the track up and down here. And everything works fine. So that kind of completes for the moment my video series on this grid edit page, and obviously I've concentrated on the audio file today and these controls down here which I hadn't shown you before. This thing is an absolute beast, isn't it? It does so much. I've done 20 of these videos so far. I haven't even mentioned this row of buttons along the top, the step sequencer and so forth, and a lot of these other buttons in the row below. Haven't really talked about the Q-Link that much, and I will do it all eventually, but obviously it takes time. I'm working as hard and as fast as I can to get things done. Now if you see me making mistakes on here, if you hear me saying something that you know to be incorrect, I won't be offended if you tell me in a polite way. I will either edit the video that I put up where that mistake was, or I'll take it down and put it up again with that part taken out, or I'll completely redo it. Whatever happens, I won't leave anything up on YouTube which is incorrect. Even if it means me taking down my own videos, I'm not worried about that. I want to make sure everything I say is factually correct. You know, I do these mopping up sessions in my videos. This is where I talk about things I should have perhaps mentioned in previous videos and didn't. I'm always learning. I mean, I watch all my videos back very carefully, and more often than not, they're okay, but I will spot the odd mistake. Sometimes it's nothing terrible. Sometimes it's something that's completely wrong, and I think, right, that's got to come down, and I change it. I'm not getting paid by AKAI to do these tutorials. I bought this device with my own hard-earned money, so you know, I'm not under any obligation to AKAI in any way. But I love the machine. I think it's great. I'm really enjoying learning it, and I'm enjoying showing you. And from the comments I've had, it seems that you're enjoying it as well, which is great. So thank you for all your support. Thank you for watching this video today. If you got something from it, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like to give me a little bit of financial help, and it is always really appreciated if you do, you can do so here on YouTube or via my website, which is www.daddylonglegs.com. Thank you very much for watching today, and you'll hear from me very soon, no doubt. Bye for now.